Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about mace and its relation to real-world activities like shoveling snow. This is not a fitness channel, this is a skills channel. It's never been about fitness, it's always been about skills. In the real world, you need fitness to support skills. In the past, we have talked about an exercise called a Gravedigger done with mace. Different schools do this differently. The way I do it is with 2 feet pointed straight ahead and the weight outside the line of your foot. One hand all the way at the bottom of the handle, one hand at the top. Use your legs, use your arm, and get the weight up. Touch it down, get the weight up. Get the weight down, get the weight up. This exercise is very useful if you have heavy maces. It is less useful if you have very light maces. It's a heavy mace exercise. This exercise is very interesting because it mimics the muscle firing action of doing a real world activity like shoveling snow. When we are training, we are not directly mimicking any specific activity. We are mimicking the muscle change or the muscle firing pattern of a specific activity. If you try to make your exercise exactly like the labor that you're doing, it tends not to work out really well. When we're shoveling snow or digging holes, what we tend to do is point our feet straight ahead and turn this into a rhythmic breathing endurance exercise. Snow shoveling technique: point 2 feet straight ahead, one hand at the handle, one hand near the heavy side. You're trying to make it light, not as heavy as possible, so that you can move faster, so you can do more work in a small period of time. So we're going to travel down, turn around, and come back. Scrape, step, step, 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 and scrape. And your abs are firing right here when you dig in and you lift. Same way it does with the mace. Of course, we would like to do an equal amount of work on both sides of our body so we feel better tomorrow, not worse. Turn around, load the other side. Change your high and your low hand. We're going to throw the same direction. Scrape, step, step, 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 scrape, step, step. And then go back the other way. We talk a lot about strength endurance on this channel, not absolute strength. Absolute strength would be a 1 rep max deadlift number. Many other people talk about that, so I will leave that to other people. On this channel, we talk about strength endurance because that's what you encounter in the real world. I'm really concerned with how quickly and efficiently I can do work. For most of human history, people have been concerned with how quickly and efficiently you can do work. Do more work in a smaller amount of time, better overall quality of life. So the things we talk about on this channel: heavy club swinging, mace swinging, kettlebell swinging, are all intermediate weights at odd angles for intermediate to long periods of time. But kettlebelling, clubbing, and macing do generally prepare you to do real world activities. Your core fires the way that it does when you dig holes, when you shovel snow, when you shovel hay. Your core will fire the same way it does when you split wood. Your core will fire the same way it will when you throw hay across the loft. Get efficient at the basic movements that you need to do, not once, not 3 times, not 5 times, but which you need to do hundreds of times. Our snow shoveling technique is the hand on the side of the handle. That leg steps first. Step, step, scoop, toss. Step, step, scoop, toss. Step, step, scoop, toss. Step, step, scoop, toss. And there is a rhythmic breathing that you do with it. Humans are endurance monsters. There's a reason we have a relationship with dogs and horses. It's because they are the other endurance monsters like us on the surface of the planet. Humans and dogs will go out and run 50 miles. No cats running 50 miles. Horses will go out and run the same way. In order to have endurance, we have to focus on rhythmic movement and breathing. The same way that the Vikings did when they rode from their homeland across the sea to Northumbria. They rode. They was not a one max pull. It was you rode until you got there. It could be days. Same way with the Pacific Islanders. They rode to the next island. However long it took them to get there was how long their technique, their strength, and their breathing had to hold. So you can focus on absolute strength, but focusing on your strength, your endurance, your rhythmic breathing, and your technique is a very human trait, and you should emphasize that in your training. This has been Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica. Do human things for strength and endurance put together.